This is page 107 of your math journal. We're going to call this one Measures of Variability. Okay, first of all, let's talk about what variability means. Variability is how spread out a data set is. And how do we look at how spread, or close together, it could be. So how spread out a data set is. So one way we can measure that is by looking at the range. The range is just the highest number minus the lowest number. In a set. Okay. Another one that we do is we split it into quartiles. Okay, quartiles just split the data into 4 pieces. So a quartile is 1/4 of the data set. So the minimum is the smallest, is the lowest number, maximum's the highest, okay, and a quartile is 1/4 of the data set. So what you're looking at is you're going to take the numbers and split it into 4 equal sections. Okay, I'm going to put a star here to find the quartiles. First, cut the data in half. In other words, find the median. Then split each of those into halves. Okay, so these are all some definitions. Let's do some other definitions here. Okay, the lower quartile is just the median of the lower half. And the upper quartile, they might also call it Q1. So here, let's put in parentheses Q1. Quartile 1 is what they're saying there. The upper quartile is just the median of the upper half. And then the last one is the interquartile range. Oh, they might call this one Q3. So put that in parentheses there. Q1, Q3. Interquartile range. That's just the upper quartile minus the lower quartile. Alright, so now that we've got all these definitions for you to memorize, let's use them. So if we have a data set, we want to put, let's put some stars here. Always organize data least to greatest. Alright, so if we have data, I'm just going to organize it least to greatest to save us some space. So let's say this is what you have. 4, 4, 5, 7, 9, 9, 11, 12, 14, 16, 17. Let's say this is the data set you have. Okay, so what we need to do is we're going to find the range. We're going to find the median. We're going to find the lower quartile. I'm just going to write Q1, make it easy. We're going to find the upper quartile, which is Q3. You might see it either way, so I want you to be used to it. So we got quartile 1, quartile 3, and then IQR is the interquartile range. Oh, we can do the minimum and the max as well. Okay, so we're going to find all of these. Now, it's nice because all you have to do is split the data. First of all, range would be the highest number minus the lowest number. So it would be 17 minus 4. So this data is spread out over 13 units. So the range would be 13. Okay, the median, this is where we're looking for the middle. And I'm going to use a marker to help you see this. So I'm just looking for the middle. And by doing this, we can see that this number is right in the middle. So my median is 9. Now, you got to watch something here. When you're trying to find, well, let's do the minimum and maximum first. The minimum is 4. The maximum number is 17. Okay, quartile 1 is just the median of the lower half. Now, if I split this right here, then half is here and half is here, but I can't count this one because I can't sit on either side of the number. So I'm not going to use it. So I'm just going to cover it up and I'm going to look at these ones. So here, 4, 5, 7, 9. Of those numbers, the median of the lower half would be 5. 5 is right in the middle. So the quartile 1 would be 5. Now that works out great because it is an even number, or an odd number. If it's even, then we have to find the median, so we'd have to add the two numbers together and divide by 2. Okay, on here, the middle, we can't count 9 again. So the middle would be 14. Now the interquartile range is just these two numbers subtracted. So the middle half of the data would be between 14 and 5. So that means that would be 9. Okay, let's try another data set. Skip a line. Let's say we have 13, 21, 26, 32, 36, 37, 37, 39, and let's do one more, 40. Okay, based on this data set, let's find the range. That would be 40 minus 13. 40 minus 13 is 27. So the range is 27. It spans over a 27 unit range. Okay, the median. Let's find that middle number. So here we have, look for the middle. Okay, we have 2 of them in the middle. Okay, this is where we add them together, divide by 2 because there's 2 shared. So 32 plus 36 equals 68. Divide that by 2 and I end up with 34. So 34 is the median. And that would split the data right in half at 34. Now notice here how we've split it in half. Now if that's the case, that means I can look at this is the lower half and this is the upper half. Up here where this was the middle number, we couldn't count it, but here 34 is the median. I'm going to count all these numbers here and all these numbers here for the halves. Okay, our minimum, our smallest number is 13. Our maximum is 40. Now our lower quartile, or quartile 1, would be the median of the lower half. So here I'm looking at this lower half of numbers. 21 and 26 are the 2 in the middle here. So I'm going to have to do 21 plus 26 and then divide by 2. So 21 plus 26 is 47. And then 47 divided by 2 gives me 23.5. So that would be right here. 23.5 would divide that in half. So here you can see 1/4 of the data, 1/4, 1/4. Now let's split this to find this 1/4. Okay, quartile 3. Up here we're looking at this half of the data, 36 and 40. That means 37 and 39 share the middle section. So I'm going to have to add 36 plus, 37 plus 39. And that gives me 76. Divide by 2 is going to give me 38. 38 is right in the middle between 37 and 39. So 38 would be that dividing line. So now you can see that there's 1/4 of the data here, 1/4 of the data here, another 1/4 of the data here, and 1/4 of the data here. I didn't say it was 1/4 of 40. It's 1/4 of the data set, meaning 1/4 of the numbers. There's 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. Now you can see why they call it quartiles. Okay, last one we're going to find is the interquartile range. And that is just the upper quartile minus the lower quartile. So we're going to do 38 minus 23.5. 38 minus 23 is 15. That minus 0.5, so that'd be 14.5.
Sage Brown, Apri Avant, please come to the office for announcements. Sage Brown, Apri Avant, please come to the office for announcements.
And that's it for measures of variability.